Hey, g'day everyone, Ollie here. We're out on another adventure tomorrow, planning to go spear a kingfish or two. It's nearing Christmas here in New Zealand, and the family are getting, you know, pretty used to having fresh fish at family events, so there's a lot of pressure on me to get some kingfish for some sashimi and whatnot. So yeah, I'm aiming to get out tomorrow, whack some kingfish. Yeah, the weather's usually really good late November, early December, and then often it packs in later December, and it can be quite all over the show. So got a nice few days ahead. Tomorrow looks pretty mint, so yeah, I'm gonna shoot out in the morning and kind of spare for half the day with the incoming tide and hopefully get a few kingfish. Just getting the little IB ready. So yeah, does the job. This little boat, it's 3.8 meters, good for 1 or 2 guys diving, and if you see my other videos, you know, there's quite a few possibilities of what you can do with it. Here's a fuel bladder. These come with the surf life saving boats. They often use these for the reason they're so compact, and they're pretty awesome, man. Durable, yeah, so it just saves space, and you can put all your bags up on top of there and stuff. They are worth quite a bit of money, but I got this with the boat, which was a bonus. I'll just show you guys who kind of want to know what gear you need for spearfishing. So this here's pretty much all my gear for tomorrow laid out, apart from my you know, cameras and drones. Yeah, right, so here's my basic gear layout. Gear bag to chuck this all in, dive bag, they're all pretty much the same, but if you want to get one with a scupper drain hole there, they're really useful. So pretty much this is a dry bag, and then you can wash that all out after, and it just drains out the hole so good, especially if you've got no storage to put a big kingfish after the dive. If you're on your mate's boat and you need to take it home in your own car, you can just chuck it in here, whack all the ice in here, and it's pretty much a chili bin. So yeah, that's a bonus of those bags. This is my kill bag at the moment, so keep all the ice and fish cold in there, get a couple of kingies in there. I usually bring 2 guns, one as backup just in case one buggers out or you lose it or you lose a shaft. Either take 2 guns or 1 gun and a spare shaft, I highly recommend. Float line, a buoy, so that's just a backup if for some reason something happens with the reels, or who knows. I'll often drift with my boat, so I'll connect myself with that float line to the boat. Fins, wetsuit, 2-piece wetsuit, 5mm, the most common here in New Zealand, pretty much all year round on the North Island. Down South Island and Wellington, further south, they'll wear a 7mm in winter. But yeah, booties, 3mm socks, most comfortable, 3mm gloves for summer. I always take 2 snorkels, often lose those, and 2 masks. Usually wear a GoPro type mask, and then I just got a little backup spare one here, so yeah, sweet. So yeah, there's not a lot of gear to spearfishing, it's pretty simple. I will chuck in a few knives as well, that's one thing I forgot. So I always try to carry 2 knives if I can, and my weight belt. See, it's always worthwhile going through your gear before a dive. Where is that thing? Here it is. So, wouldn't have been the only time I've forgotten that belt. So yeah, you want a nice stretchy rubber weight belt for spearfishing, okay? And yeah, usually 8 to 10% of your body weight in lead weights. That's a rough rule of thumb for a 5mm wetsuit, and then plus or minus there for 3mm, or yeah, just have to kind of experiment with different people. Goes on your kind of your body mass and stuff, and it's can get a bit technical, but basically rough rule of thumb is 8 to 10% of your body weight in lead. Okay, that's for salt water. Freshwater, if you're doing some training and stuff, you need bugger all, a couple of kilo, if that. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're pretty much all set. I've got my dive torch on charge, so yeah, I've got a nice little rechargeable dive torch, and yeah, might get some crays tomorrow as well, have a play around in the shallows if we get successful with the kingy. So anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. Well everyone, we're halfway to the dive launch spot. pretty amped. Just drove over the harbour bridge here in Auckland. The flags are dead still. It's just a beautiful morning still. I think it's like 0 knots at the moment. It's going to be a goodie. I've had a few reports of the visibility. The water sounds like it's pretty green. It's just that time of year. December's usually not the best when that water starts to warm up and you get the algae bloom happening and all that stuff. But sounds like it's pretty fishy. A few kingies around, so that's the plan. Get a few kingies and yeah, can only try. It's going to be a nice day out on the water regardless. I'm going to check out a cray spot which I pulled a few out a couple of weeks back, about a month or two ago maybe now. Time goes fast anyways, so yeah, we might end up with a mixed bag if I can see anything. So yeah, see you soon at the beach. Righto, gassed up at gas station. Got a few bad treats. Had a coffee as well. A big combination of no-nos before a dive, but anyways, I like to have these out diving, just a quick snack. I don't eat much while diving. Yeah, anyways, got ice, ready to go. Woo! Man, it's looking mean. There's not a breath of wind, eh? I'm pretty excited as usual. Wow, this is going to be beautiful conditions on top for sure. I'm not sure about under the water. Wow. Wowee. All right. Just going to follow this guy in. We'll just gear up on the beach. Righto, geared up. We're here at the beach. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Not a breath of wind. Look at that. So yeah, should be very minimal swell and wind. It's going to be nice on top. I have heard it's pretty green under the water. So yeah, it's going to be fun if we get onto the kingies. Fairly sharky spot today, so could be a bit of fun. But hey, we'll be right. Just give the IB a bit of a pump up. Lose a little bit of pressure overnight, so as that temperature cools, so tweak that up and we'll skim along that surface real nice. Come on. Whew. It is roasting hot. Right. I've actually just been wearing my 5mm top only at the moment, but I really want to make sure I've got that knife on me today. And got my knife pouch on my wetsuit. I don't have a knife currently with leg straps, or arm straps. So anyways, that's kind of why I'm wearing the full suit today. And I've had a few run-ins out this area with bronze whalers, and when I was wearing shorts in that bare skin, yeah, a few people had mentioned to me, and that's what I think, they thought it was flesh, and it got real hairy. It was probably the worst run-in I've had with bronze whalers. So yeah, there's a video, actually, if you haven't seen that, I'll just put a link below. So yeah, anyways, beautiful. Seems pretty clear here, the water, so fingers crossed it's holding out there. Anyways, we're going to shoot out to a spot kind of halfway out. We'll do a few dives there to warm up, and the aim is pretty much to hit the main spot closer to that high tide. That's when all that cleaner water would have pushed in, and yeah, but have a better chance of actually seeing something. So the spot seems to fire right on the full tide anyways, so let's go get out there and get in the water. Can't wait to get my head into it. It's bloody cooking. So I've just boosted out, and the water doesn't look too bad, to be honest. You can never trust people's viz reports, because it can be a matter of a day and some clean water can push in, and all sorts of factors. So I've never dove here before, and just was driving past, and I've always actually wanted to jump in here, so I'm just going to throw the anchor in and have a quick look around, because it looks quite clean, and just do a bit of warm up, and then when we're up to the main spot, we'll be have those lungs. The lungs will be stretched and are ready to go, ready to fight some kingies. Cut that engine. Yeah, didn't get the best sleep last night, and that seems to be the biggest factor for me in terms of breath hold. If I have a shitty sleep, or I've, you know, gone camping and slept at a tent the night before, or I've had to wake up at 4 in the morning, it really affects my breath hold personally. I've been looking quite into sleep and how beneficial and important it is to people at the moment, and it's quite incredible. Look up Matthew Walker, he's got a few podcasts. I think he has his own one now, but him and Joe Rogan's a good one, just a good all-rounder. He's got his own book. Look him up, Matthew Walker. He's a sleep scientist. It's fascinating. Anyways, so if you're struggling on a dive with your breath hold and you've had a crappy sleep, that might be a huge part of it. And maybe you've had a pie and a coffee for breakfast like me, which is definitely not going to help, but bit of a tradition I've got. Anyways, looked pretty clean to me, so yeah, nice little rocky outcrop here. Tide's coming in, so hey, if I can get a few butterfish here, it'd be ideal. Just have a look. Let's get in. Trust a little bait knife, man. Costs you $5 or something, and super sharp, really easy to resharpen, and pretty much fit in most wetsuit knife pouches. So yeah, boom. Lose that. It's a couple of bucks. Just get another one. I'll show you how I mount them to my belt in a video soon. I'll just show you a few basics while I'm getting my gear on. So when you're putting on your wetsuit, for your mask, get your hood on, tuck all your hair deep inside there. That's the biggest issue generally for mask leakage. Spit in each lens. Rub it around, dunk it in the water once, shake it off, over the hood, get a suction on your face, and grab your wetsuit hood, flick it out, make sure it goes over the lip of your mask, then no water's coming in, alright? So yeah, get it right over those lips, and there you go. If you've got a good fitting mask, and good quality, and it's been prepared, it won't fog up and it won't leak. So sometimes it takes a while to find the right mask that fits you, but it is what it is. You just got to try a few out. And last but not least, the snorkel. You can either do what I do. I just tuck it up in the strap up there, and it hugs really nice close to your head when you dive. Otherwise you can use these snorkel keepers, but I find it flaps around when you go down, so it's all about making less noise, especially for species like snapper. Jumping in the water, and it was nice and clean, just as seen from above. I load the 1 meter roller gun. It wasn't long before I spotted the first kingfish, a nice young one coming in for a look. Very inquisitive at this young age. Stupid, not sure what to call it, but it was cool to see. Followed me around for about 5 or 10 minutes. Moving up current, I found this nice area full of big schools of bait fish, as you can see here, kahiru, jack max. Current hitting this ledge, pushing up nutrients. There were just fish everywhere. Very warm water, silky smooth on top. Below there was just huge vast amounts of parore fish. Never seen so many in one spot before. Pretty cool sight. on the way back to the boat I found this octopus chilling out here, trying to hide and camouflage himself. As you can see him here changing colour. Gave him a tickle. Oh, that was pretty cool. Nice fizz. Way better than expected, and very fishy up the point here. I got about 100 metres up and realised I didn't have my weight belt on, so I couldn't be bothered swimming back, but it got really fishy and that cool kingy just cruising around and stuff, so I'm just going to pull up the anchor and move up there and just do a bit of a explore around that area. It's very fishy on the point here, currents hitting it, and lots of bait fish and all sorts, so yeah, we'll do that, get back in with a weight belt. Almost impossible to get down, Jeez, I must really need some sleep. I forgot my belt again. Crazy. We'll get there. Alright, round 3. I saw 3 or 4 nice kingfish swim past. I dove straight down, tried to grunt them back in, but they were on a mission, and yeah, unfortunately couldn't get close enough for a shot. Oh, I just saw a school, about 3 or 4 kings swim past. Hopefully they come back. Well, the kingies came back and they brought all their friends with them. Nice big school came in below, didn't muck around, dove straight down and lined one up. Safety was on. No issues, plenty of fish, plenty of time, and lined up a nice fat one. Made it back to the surface. Fish peeled out a little bit of fur line, but it was pretty injured, pretty hurt. The fight was on. I just love fighting kingfish, never gets old. Awesome fish, lots of respect. As the fish nears the surface, you can see the shaft right through it, flopper engaged on the other side, so very good, secure holding shot, happy about that. Now it was just time to be aware of the big loops the fish was swimming in, watching out for obstacles, line management, anything that could get in a big tangle and turn dangerous. Even though the fish was pretty hurt, it still had a lot of life left in it. It was just a matter of slowly tiring the fish out, slowly bringing it up. Each time it did a run, it was losing a bit of energy, so just had to stay patient. Almost had the fish here. We went back and forth like this for a good 5 minutes, the fish doing plenty of runs, and then I finally got the opportunity to get my hand up in the gills, bear hug the fish and end the fight. smaller fish you can grab the back of the tail and manhandle them, but the bigger kingfish you really need to get that tail between your legs, bear hug the fish and just hold on for life. Proceeded to bleed the fish, get the knife in the gills, just hack away until you start seeing all that blood pouring out. Day and night, the difference in eating quality, just a much better fish to eat. Yes. Woo. Jeez. That was exhausting. Might have to get some new reel line. It's a very good Dyneema on there, but it was very slippery and I just couldn't get a good grip. The king just kept running. It was pretty cooked. I did a good shot, nearly stone killed it, but it just it's a decent size, pretty reasonable, probably 16-17 kilo. And then bloody one of my fins fell off in the mayhem, and geez, I just got a bit overwhelmed. I have to have a look. It floated off somewhere down here, so I've got a spare set of fins luckily today. It's always good to bring spare sets of everything. Oh man, I'm knackered. I love it. Nothing like a good kingy fight. I was just a bit worried, had the heart going. I thought a shark was going to come in. But all good. There's heaps of snapper down here actually that came in at the end. They often come in when there's a bit of stress and stuff going on like that, either sharks or kingfish. So I'm going to gut him, chuck all the guts under the boat, have a bit of water and a break, and then regroup and dive down and yeah, see if there's some snapper around. But that was cool. That was a good school of kingies. I saw the 3 or 4 come in again, so dove down, and then more came, and there must have been about 30 kingies there. So lined up a nice fat one. Safety was on, of course. Hadn't used this gun for a while. I thought I'd give it a go, and anyways, got another chance, and yeah, got a nice kingy. The nerves are still going, so I'll get him on ice straight away, and happy days. I've only been out here about an hour and got a good kingy, so it's going good today, guys. Look at this, absolute glass off, beautiful conditions. Woo! All right, I need a breather, some water. Got my oar, smash up this ice. Yeah. Jesus, boat's got some features, eh? Pretty flash. Right, kingies all bled out, gutted. Get him in there. Jeez, it's a reasonable fish. Get some salt ice up in that gut cavity. Get that nice and cold. Alright, that'll chill down. Whew. It's going to be beautiful eating. Keep the family happy at Christmas. Alright, let's get back in there after I have some water, see if there's any snapper down there. How good is it, eh, when you just have that instinct to just do something on the spot, whether it's to a spontaneous bit of a party on a Friday, or just when you're out diving and you just see a spot and you just go, nah, I wanna try that. I feel like jumping in there. The instincts, eh, they're pretty correct most of the time. So yeah, jumped in and got myself a new spot, pretty stoked, so I'll definitely be back here over summer. It's only a couple of k's off the beach, so could do it in a kayak really, so yeah, maybe I will one day. I want to get fit again. Woo! Happy days. Woo! I'm diving back down in the water. The current's pushing pretty hard now. Visibility's changing with that tide pushing. A bit hazy, but it's still very fishy. I make my way down onto the seabed and just lie there flat, crunching some shells together, flicking up some sand, hoping I can bring in a John Dory, snapper, anything. Plenty of pirore still around. Breath hold's not that good, so have to make my way back to the surface just as fish were getting interested. I move on and find my target, the unmistakable shape of a John Dory, just sifting down by the weed edge. This Johnny's fairly clever. He keeps his backside to me, so he's nice and narrow, very slim profile, hard to shoot at. He makes a runner. I just managed to get a shot off in time. Can hear him here grunting away. Awesome. Beautiful John Dory. Listen to him go. Woohoo! I don't see many of these often, so pretty happy about that. Top eating fish here. Alright, better put him out of his misery. I'm back down on the kelp beds, sitting in the current, admiring all the bait fish, plenty of them. I spot a few red moki, and when I spot red moki, it usually means there's a cave nearby where they're living in, and where there is a cave, there's a good chance of crayfish. And sure enough, nice cray here. Don't muck around, go for the two-hand grab. He had nowhere to back up and it was a easy crayfish. Grab my gun before I forget where it is and it gets lost in the kelp. And there we go, nice Johnny and a cray to add to the collection. Awesome. Woohoo! Good old red moki, eh? So yeah, nice big fat John Dory. Saw a big red moki and also looked like a bit of a cave behind it, and I don't know how many times this trick's worked for me, but if you see a red moki and it's near a cave, go and, or if you see a red moki disappear into the kelp, they live in caves. So if there's caves, high chance of a crayfish. So yep, I followed him in and sure enough, a big cavernous area and a nice legal cray. I might get another kingy, as I'm not sure if I'm going to get out again before Christmas, so I want to stock up on meat, but yeah, we'll see. All good. I decided to do a bit more exploration for crayfish in the area. Where there's one cray, there's usually more. Beautiful cavernous areas hidden beneath the kelp. There's another one here, just a bit small. Have a good look around, but came up short. don't be afraid to get into these kelp beds and have a good look. What can look like very flat country from the top, from the surface, is a whole nother world once you get underneath those stalks. It all opens up, and yeah, it's fun diving, especially when you find a few crays. I spot some more kingfish below. Another school have come through. They're a bit smaller, so I was a bit hesitant about getting a shaft into one. There were probably a few legal ones in there, but just let them go. I was sure I was going to see some more that day. I spot a few smaller snapper just hanging out on the end of my range here. I creep along the kelp. One of them comes into shooting range and I take a shot and I miss. I notice in the school of Dory a very sick looking trevally just cruising around. All its scales are falling off. Yeah, not sure what was going on there, but it didn't look very healthy. I sink back down onto a nice ledge here, sitting here on the kelp, waiting to see if another kingfish would show. Just vast schools of baitfish and Dory and everything else in between. It was pretty neat sight, just being immersed in these schools of fish. Just doing a nice breathe up on the surface, and I could see this big lit up face of a John Dory. He was just drifting right through the middle of these big schools of fish. Chased him down to the bottom and managed to get another one. Pretty cool. So much baitfish down there. It's one of the fishiest spots I've been to in such a long time. Heaps of small kingfish buzzing in and out, and that's two John Dory I've got now. Yeah, that's incredible. It's a very fishy spot. So I think I'm just going to stick here for another half an hour, and then I might try something new. But yeah, one hell of a dive so far. It's awesome. Gonna move up right and close here and anchor up. go, nice and shallow. Alright, fingers crossed, another cray there. Not the end of the world, but it'll be interesting to have a look at the torch this time. Last time I couldn't see anything. Oh well, nothing in there, that big cave, but we'll keep looking. Not today, that's right, I've got one cray. We'll just go explore a little bit more of this area and then going to move on to another reef. Well, not as much going on there as the last spot, still pretty fishy, but yeah, it's big schools of trevally, quite small ones, so no crays. Just going to go and cruise around, find a little beach to park up on and just chill out for a bit, have a bit of a break, have some food, have a drink, and then we'll head out wide to a reef and see what's going on out there. When that tide's pushing close to the full, should be exciting. Alright, let's go find somewhere to chill out. Too easy. Awesome. Sweet little beach here. We'll pull up. Come on, wave. Should be right. Beautiful summer's day. Look at this beach. So lucky in here in New Zealand. There's just hidden little gems like this everywhere. No one here. Oh, someone has been here. Some footsteps. But yeah, pretty good. Alright, we'll go have some refreshments. Alright, bit of a bar, some water. Just have to get in a 3 more suit soon. It's getting super hot. Whew. Oh well, had a pretty good little recharge there, feeling good. Got a bit more energy back into me. Yeah. I'm gonna cruise on. Gonna hit one last spot for the day and see if there's anything else, maybe some kahawai or something to add to the mix. Maybe another kingy, I'm still unsure. If we get a good size one, I'll take one more, and that's me sort of for December, but yeah, we'll go have a look. Well, yeah, I was just hammered down boosting to the next dive spot, and my fins caught the wind, my spare pair, and just caught one. The other one went off the back and just sunk straight away. So yeah, lost 2 fins today, doing pretty well. So yeah, got 1 odd fin of each type here, and it'll do. Anyways, if I lose another one, I'm going home, obviously. Right, I've just spotted up ahead the guy I know. I've dove him out. That's the Makino Islands before. He said he'd be out here, so I might go tie up next to him. I think he's on a reef there, a pin. I don't have a depth sounder, so we'll go say hello anyway. A few boats out here today, as you'd expect in conditions like this. You guys been finding bait fish, or are they just turning up? Oh, okay. Don't know where it is? All good. I jumped in at that other spot with the boys, but it was filthy. Nothing much going on, so I've just changed spot, and below me are massive schools of, it looks to be kahawai. This is just alive, a few boats here jigging. So yeah, looking good. I'm going to jump in here and see if I can get a kahawai or another kingy. The next spot was much fishier. Huge schools of kahawai and kihiru. Line up a nice big fat one and plough a shaft right through it. Beautiful. Awesome. Beautiful big kahawai. Sweet man, that is a fat kahawai. That's a good fish, man. Beautiful. Okay, got some beautiful roe, we'll keep that. Mean cooked up. Another roe. Beautiful. Bag's looking pretty good today. Sweet. Some ice on these fish. Beautiful. Let's get back in there. After just reloading the gun, a couple of nice sized kingfish roll in underneath. I decide one of them's big enough, I'm going to take it, so wait for the right moment and get a nice shot in on that angle. If you shoot fish from that back corner, big fish like kingfish, less chance of that spear bending, and yeah, less shafts to replace, the better. this kingfish was a fair bit smaller than the one earlier in the day, so I was able to just rip it up to the surface. Yeah, no, I was a bit wary of sharks out here further out, so made quick work of it, got it up, get the bear hug, hands in the gills, the fight was over. Job done. That's a good, another kingy and a kahawai, and that's my Christmas fish shopping done, so too good. Right, let me get that fish on ice, tidy up this boat a bit, and we're going to make our way home. Got a good feed. So yeah, that's 2 kingies, 2 johnnies, and crayfish. I'm pretty happy about that today, so yeah. Whew. Love spearfishing. Alright, made it back. What a mission. A good mission. That was wicked. Man, that was good. Very successful. Beautiful day. Righto. Whew. We're back. I'm exhausted, but that was a wicked mission. Let's see what we got. Let's have a look what treats we ended up with. Boom. Nice big kingy. Couple of johnnies. One johnny there. Another johnny here, 2 johnnies. We got a cray hiding under there, and 1 other kingy. So, oh, and the big kahawai, one of the biggest I've ever shot. It's huge. Look at that. It's like a small kingy. So it's awesome. Mean feed. Got to pick up some more ice and yeah, stay around for a bit of a cook up if you can. Otherwise, yeah, see you next time. Righto, filleting's done. Got a huge pot full of fresh kingy. We've got the wings and frame ready to smoke this weekend. We've got the kahawai we're going to do sashimi tonight. It is in incredible condition. Look how fat it is. It's just going to be absolutely awesome. We've got the kahawai roe. We've got John Dory roe. Look how bright that is. Fried up, it's beautiful. Got our cray. And we're going to do the John Dory for dinner. So John Dory, kahawai and roe for dinner. We'll save that cray, and with the kingy we'll bag that up tomorrow, share it around and be feasting for the next few days. So yeah, we'll show you once this is all cooked up. Ooh, round 1. What's that? Is that both? Or is that kingy? Kingy and kahawai. Wow. Right.
Always good, man. Real good.
Right, we've just got the John Dory, cooked flour, skin on, and butter. Get some of these roes in there.